All right, friends, it's Daniel, and we are still on our journey to find love. So if you want to come along with me into this beautiful land of wonder and excitement as we look to find love, then join with me as we continue this series. I'm Daniel, I'm 58 years old, divorced 25 years, and now single, back into the dating world and again looking for love. And often the question comes about is, does love exist and can I find it at my age? So I absolutely believe in it and believe that you can find true love again. It's just a matter of patience and, longevity a little bit, looking to see if you can find that person. So one of the things that I talk about is where to go to find love. So one of those cool little features that I like to do is get out in public where people are, and you never know if you'll run across somebody. So here we're at a beautiful park, beautiful lake here in, I think it's in Apex, Wake Forest, that's where it is, Wake Forest, and just found this little park here. Look at this beautiful lake here that's in the background, and we're just out here taking a walk and just enjoying life. So that's what we're doing first and foremost, is to see if, tell you the truth, it's kind of exciting, but just since I sat here, I have come across 4 middle-aged women that have driven up and are hiking these trails. So for the guys, the single guys out there, maybe, hey, hitting the trails early in the morning. Right now it's just before 10 o'clock. And I think the ladies, what they do is they drop off their kids at school, and then they go hit the gym, or they hit the track, and you never know who you'll meet. They go to the grocery store even. So for me, I think this has been a big win for me as far as a guy. As far as a girl goes, it's going to be probably the gym, but I don't think it's going to be in the morning time because most of your guys are going to be working. So the gym, to me, from what I see, there's lots of young ladies and middle-aged ladies that come to the gym right after work. So 4 to 6 o'clock is a really good time. So if you're looking to just be nice and cordial and say hello to people, you're not there to pick them up. You're basically there to practice what I was talking about, is that greeting and smiling at everyone. It's just engaging with people. I think that's the first step into finding an interaction with somebody, is just to give them that smile, or give them that hello. Now, for the ladies out here, this is coming from a guy. Okay, you often talk about the fact that no one's approaching you anymore. Well, I think we're in a stage where women are going to have to be a little more proactive than they feel comfortable doing. Back in the day, I remember my parents talking to me about this. They've been married 61 years. And one of the things that they brought up is that the girls would flirt. Back then, if you liked somebody, you would stare at them, and you would actually, the silliness of batting eyes or whatever, but you would give the man a very clear indication that you liked him by a stare or a shyness or a look away or whatever. But that guy automatically knew that you were interested in him by your body language. Well, today, I hate to say it, but you girls are just not doing the absolute minimalist means of giving people an indication that you want to talk to them. For instance, when I was at the gym, this was last year, I actually did have a girl who paid attention to me and smiled at me as I was looking her way. And I took that as a clue that she wanted me to come over and talk to her. And so I did. And I went over, I introduced myself, and I said, yeah, I see you here every day. It was really nice to see you here again today. Do you work out here often? And that was our conversation. I didn't ask her for her phone number. I didn't, say you should get some coffee sometime. Nothing. I didn't do anything to push the interaction any more than just introducing myself and saying, hey, maybe I'll see you here tomorrow. Well, sure enough, what it did is it turned out into being a pretty regular time frame, because I was working out every day and she was working out every day, and it seemed like this was the time that we met. And we ended up becoming actually pretty close friends. Now, there was a pretty huge age difference. We did an Instagram swap, and then I realized, oh my goodness, she's probably way out of my league. She's probably not looking for somebody as old as I am. So I just didn't pursue it. And she didn't really move forward with anything more than greeting and coming over and saying hello and asking how my workout was going. So anyway, so I could tell that she was really not interested in pursuing that relationship any further. But that's okay. I'm not going to be the stalker that's going to sit there and say, why did that girl not pursue me? I wasn't her type. So that works out fine for me. I just at least enjoyed getting to know her and feeling like we had a familiar face, that we could see each other at the gym. A bunch of guys are kind of funny. They're like, man, I can't believe you're talking to her. She's gorgeous. And I'm like, well, we're just friends. And that's all it was. But those guys were jealous because they didn't make that interaction to move forward and just become friends. I listened for, or looked for, that interaction that gave me the indication that she wanted me to come over and talk to her, but she initiated it with a smile. And so I think that that's the part that ladies are missing. Guys are willing. We want to come over and see you, but we also want to make sure that we're not infringing upon your space. And if you think we're a creep, then we don't want to be called a creep by coming over and maybe guessing at that interaction with you. So please be forward enough to smile, to say hello. Even if you're standing in line at the coffee shop, just say hello. Be cordial, be nice. You don't have to be flirtatious if you're not interested in the person, but be nice. All right, well, that was crazy. We had like a 2-alarm fire going on here as we drove by. Yeah, well, it was peaceful out here in the lake. 2 fire trucks come sizzling by. So, to wrap this up, guys, hey, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to get all my information. You'll see my new videos, and don't hesitate to leave me a comment that says, hey, I just want some ideas of where I can find somebody. But the key that I was going to bring up to you guys, for both guys and girls, is that you've got to be an interactive person if you're looking to meet somebody. You cannot lock yourself in a room. You cannot stay at home every weekend. When you get out, you've got to interact with people. Cash register, every single time I go to a cash register, I talk to the person. I say, hey, how you doing? It's a nice day out today, isn't it? Or, hey, thanks so much for serving me. I appreciate you taking care of me. It's kind of quiet in here. It's kind of busy in here. Thank you for doing your job. Whatever. It's just being polite. And what that does is it opens up the conversation for the person that you're interacting with to respond back. And lo and behold, if that person happens to be somebody that likes me or is interested in talking more, then they're going to feel comfortable talking about just generic stuff instead of just being embarrassed because they just got this really weird feeling that you're like really super cute, or they wanted to say something but just didn't know what to say. You've now broken the ice to the conversation to help them feel comfortable. Interactions with people on a casual basis are how things get started. Now, how I can prove this is those social gatherings that get together that have nothing to do with dating, but it's called icebreakers. Okay, icebreakers. You're just talking with somebody about your most embarrassing moment, about your worst job, whatever it happens to be. Those icebreakers are there to open up the conversation and get people talking. So, I know they work. I know they're there for a reason, and that's to break the barrier down or the uncomfortableness of people talking to each other. So it's the same thing that goes in the dating world. If you don't interact with somebody, if there's a really cute girl or a guy behind the counter at Starbucks and you just think they're awesome, then here's the thing. If you got 2 waiters or whatever, two people serving, and that one is really cute and this one's average, whatever, I was hoping to wait for her, or I was hoping to wait for him. Do you mind? And then all of a sudden you've said something like, hey, I'm pointing out that person that I would really love to, to chat with that person. Now, instead of making it corny, you just say, the reason I singled you out is I just thought you had a beautiful smile. And I'm just a happy person, and I thought it'd be really cool to be with another happy person. Boom. It's not flirtatious. It's not uncalled for. It's not creepy. It's just paying attention to something that is part of them that you appreciated. And it will, maybe it'll make them a little happy inside, giggly, whatever. And if there's something there, then there'll be more. Well, what if it's the same place you go to all the time? Well, all of a sudden now you're interacting with this person on a daily basis, and they will start to get the impression that you like them. And then you can talk about it later. So everything about initial meetings is tough. So why not do easier things to meet somebody rather than making it awkward on every scenario? So anyways, Daniel here, just here to help you out on my journey to find love. I hope something helped. If it did, leave me a comment, let me know. Otherwise, like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Talk to you later.